Hello guys, this is Dark Fox Sage 2 and we are back with our new fanfic, which is what if Fem Naruto was placed in same class as Uchiha Sasuke and he fell in love with her part 1. And if you enjoy this fanfic then please press the like button and please subscribe to the channel. It motivates me to upload more fanfic like these for you all. Now let's start the fanfiction. Sasuke sat in class, bored, he was early and people were just coming in. After the bell everyone was in and his teacher, Kakashi, was actually early for once. Okay class, I bet you're wondering why I'm on time. For once. Laughed Kiba from the back. Yeah. Anyway, well my dolphins class is a little too full so they're taking 5 students from his class and put them in different classes. So today we'll be getting a new student. Is it a girl? Kiba asked hopefully, which got agreement from pretty much all the guys in the class. Yes, she is a girl, Kiba, since our class has more guys than girls. No. Everyone turned to a pink-haired girl. What is it? Sakura. A new girl. It's so obvious that she'll fall in love with Sasuke-kun. Ino stated. Yeah, see. Ino's right, Sakura said. Whatever girls. Right then there was a knock on the door. Sasuke sighed. Another fangirl to the group, why was he so unlucky? Come in, Kakashi called with a smile. Everyone could hear yells from outside the door. No, I'm not going to this class. Oh yes you are. Why me? The guys in this class will be worse, I can feel it. Whatever. Iruka protected me and now he can't since he's on the opposite side of the school. Oh shut up and get in there. With that Tsunade, the principal, opened the room. Sorry Kakashi, she said brushing her hair back. I'd like you all to meet Naruto. She then turned to the door and pulled in a little blonde girl. Tsunade, please send me back to Iruka-sensei's class. The blonde pleaded. No. Sasuke looked at the front to the 2 yelling girls. One the principal, the other a cute blonde girl. Wait, cute. Sasuke Uchiha, did not just call a girl cute. Yes, this girl was cute to Sasuke, very cute indeed, how did he miss her? She had the longest hair he'd even seen, blonde in 2 high tails at the top of her head that went down to she waist. Big bright beautiful deep blue eyes that sparkled and full pink lips that just seemed to say, kiss me. Though she was short she had full beasts. The one thing that did catch his eye was her uniform. She wore black baggy pants, the guys' uniform pants to be exact. All the girls in the school wore the dark blue skirts, never pants, not even in the winter. Her white dress shirt clung to her showing off her figure and she had a blue tie. Sasuke could barely make out the very small orange stripes on it. Okay Naruto, please pick any seat. Kakashi said sitting down at his desk. But before Naruto could walk anywhere Tsunade spoke up. First, someone in this class will have to help Naruto around since she doesn't have the same teachers as before. Anyone, she said looking around. Sasuke felt the need to volunteer but resisted. I'll help her around. Sasuke jumped and covered his mouth. Did he just say that? But no he didn't. No Kita, I'm not letting you help her around. Kiba said sitting back down. Sasuke exhaled, thankful he didn't say that. I'll show her around. Came a deep voice from the back. Gee Gaara, you show her around. Gaara remained silent as he looked out the window. Oh okay. Naruto meet Gaara. He'll show you around. No. All the guys in here are just like the rest. Please no. Sorry. Oh, by the way, touch this girl and you're dead. Tsunade said glaring at all the boys and then left. Naruto walked to the back of the class and sat beside Gaara. Why didn't I put my hand up? She could have been mine. Sasuke thought to himself, ignoring the voice in his head reminding him he was a emotionless, uncaring Uchiha. You're Gaara. Nice to meet you Gaara. Gaara glared at her, but for the first time failed. You shouldn't glare at people, you know. You're not scared of those eyes. Heck no. Naruto lifted her hand and brushed some red strands of hair from Gaara's face. They just hold sadness and loneliness. Gaara flinched. No one understood him before and no one touched him before. He liked this touch. That's when something caught his eye when Naruto pulled away and looked at the front of the class. It was the looks she was getting from all the guys. Lust. Pure lust. This class was not safe for a girl like Naruto. Naruto. Yeah, Gaara, Naruto said, turning back to him with a smile. This class isn't safe for you. I know. The smile faded. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Gaara's brain did a reboot, him helping someone. But this felt so right, like if Naruto was the little sister Gaara always wanted. Naruto huffed. You're just like the other boys, all they want is. No, I wouldn't use you like that. From now on I'll be your big brother. And you'll be my little sister, okay? Naruto smiled and nodded. Gaara still couldn't grasp the words that were coming out his mouth. What was up with him? Was he actually smiling? Offering help? Gaara touched his forehead, maybe he was getting sick. Thanks Gaara ni-san. With that, Naruto kissed Gaara on the cheek and turned her head back to the front. This conversation though did not go unnoticed. Sasuke saw the little kiss making him boil with jealousy. Though he heard that Gaara and her were just like brother and sister and nothing more, he still got angry that all her attention was going to him. Yes, the Uchiha was acting like a 6-year-old, but Uchihas were known to be possessive and Sasuke did not want to share his Naru-chan. So class, what was the last thing we were learning about? Sex ed. Sakura said with a blush as she looking over at Sasuke. Right, Sasuke-kun. She winked. Oh yeah, okay. Naruto, have you learned this with Iru-chan? Oh no. Every time he's supposed to, he blushes and changes the subject. Kakashi smirked to himself. I see. Well, I think someone in here can fill you in on what we've learned so far. Gaara, do you have everything? No, was all Gaara said, but then regretted his words as Kakashi looked for someone else to have all the notes. I'm sorry, bad habit. Gaara whispered to Naruto, who giggled quietly. Oh, Sasuke, you must have them all, right? Sasuke froze. He did, but sharing with Naruto would just be, well, let's say he would have to run to the washroom to fix a few things before coming back. Yeah, I do. Good. So Naruto sit beside Sasuke, for now, to share notes. MK. With that, Naruto got up and walked down the rows to the seat beside Sasuke. While on her way, Sakura pulled her down to her face. If you try anything with him, I'll kill you. Okay. Naruto said, confused, but continued to the seat. Sasuke heart pounded as Naruto got closer, till finally she was right beside him. Okay now, Kakashi started to talk about something as Naruto turned to Sasuke. So Sasuke, is it? Sasuke flinched at the name. No, it's Sasuke. Sasuke Uchiha, he said proudly, waiting for her to freak at the family name. Uchiha, huh? Interesting. Anyway, what's this word? Naruto said, pointing at a word in his notes. Sasuke twitched. Was the girl dumb or something? Plus saying this word out loud. Sasuke took a deep breath and, I'm getting an, Naruto said in a low voice. Erection, Sasuke stated. And put it together and you get, I'm getting an erection. The class and Kakashi stopped talking. Silence fell over the class. Ha ha ha. They all laughed along with Naruto. What the? You? Sasuke said, pointing a finger at Naruto. Ha, so you're getting an erection? Ah, Sasuke. Kiba was the loudest. Man. Good one, Naruto. Thanks. She giggled, giving him a high five. Ha. Okay class, settle down. Kakashi said, trying to stop laughing. After the class quieted, Kakashi continued. Hee. Why did you do that? Sasuke whispered. Cause it was funny. Lighten up, gosh. Dobi. Don't call me that. Tem. Sasuke smirked. Ms. Naruto is very short-tempered. Okay class, now we'll talk about sex. Now this made Sasuke very uncomfortable. Usually it wouldn't, but with Naruto it would be very hard. XP. Hard. That not the only thing that will be hard, wink. Sasuke tried to block out what Kakashi was saying, but it was really hard. Again with the hard XD, some words he heard though were penis, insert, release, thrust, hard or erection. And many more. I bet Sasuke's penis is really big. Right, Sasuke-kun? Sakura winked, nudging Sasuke. Hey, pink-haired girl. Why do you care? Naruto asked, turning to her with a look of disgusted. Because I know Sasuke-kun loves me and I'll be anything to please him. I'll even suck your cock if you want, Sasuke-kun. Sakura smiled, licking her lips. What the fuck? Naruto eye twitched as well as Sasuke's. Reet. And what if Sasuke is small? Naruto smirked. Sasuke glared over at her. How dare she say he was small? He was so big, Naruto wouldn't be able to walk for weeks. Wait, did he just say that? Nah, Sasuke's big, and together we'd have sweet sex. Nay, Sasuke-kun. Sasuke resisted puking. As if Sakura. He loves me more, Ino said. After that all the girls in the class, but Naruto, were fighting over who Sasuke loves. Does this happen a lot? Yep. And you have to put up with it. You're not going to turn into one, are you? For once Sasuke actually wanted a fangirl, Naruto to be exact. Ew. No, I'm no fangirl. And I don't like Tems like you. Fine. Go share notes with someone else then. Fine. Hey Gaara. Sasuke snapped and quickly pulling Naruto back down to her seat, pushing the book in between them. I was kidding. I'll share. Thanks Sasuke-tem. Naruto smiled. After a few hard XD moments, the class was done. So, what's your next class? Sasuke asked but got no reply. He looked around for Naruto but she was already walking out the classroom with Gaara. Gaara, he hissed. So how was sharing with Uchiha? You mean Tem? It was alright, I guess. You're not going to be a fangirl like every other girl in the school. All the girls in the school like him. Yep. We surveyed, even the ones with boyfriends. Mr. Popularity. Yeah. So are you a fangirl or not? 'Cause I don't want you blabbering about him around me. No, I'm not a fangirl. I hate fangirls and they hate me, so I could never be one. Obsessing over something or one, it's a waste of time really. Good. There you are. Gaara and Naruto stopped and turned to see 10 girls, which included Sakura, Ino, Hinata, Tenten, and Temari. The rest didn't matter. Burn. How can I help you? Naruto yawned. You can help us by leaving Sasuke alone. He doesn't like you. I don't care if he likes me or not. You can have him. Really? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm not a fangirl like you guys. As long as I got Gaara Ni-san here, I won't need anybody else. Gaara's your brother. No, he's not. I'm his big sister. Temari stated. Really? Cool. But no, he's not my real brother. Gaara. Yeah, just a close friend. Temari's eyes widened. Gaara. Close friend. What world is this? Where the hell was she? Anyway, shouldn't you guys be stalking Sasuke or something? Thanks for reminding us. Come on girls. And with that they all left but Sakura and Ino. So, you don't like Sasuke? Nope. Good. Keep it that way. So that's one less fangirl. They all turned to see Sasuke, himself, walking up to them. Yeah, Tem. Disappointed. Yes. Hey Sasuke-kun. Sakura. Ino. Sasuke-kun. They screamed, latching onto both his arms so he couldn't get them off. What the? Get off. But his arms were pinned. Sasuke-kun. 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 They both chanted. Wow. You're really popular. Get off me. So what do we have next, Gaara? Help me. Math. Naruto. Gaara. Hello. Ew. Sasuke could see he was getting ignored as the two fangirls molested him. Yo. Naru. Oh hey Kiba. Wanna skip math with me? Totally. Fine, I'll go with Shin. Wait. Did you just say? Yes. Yeah. I hate math. I'm not good, little girl Kiba. Naruto smirked. Alright. Come on. Naruto started to follow Kiba when an arm pulled her back. What the? You're not going with him. What? Gaara. Yo. Gaara. I'm not going to do anything to her, promise. Yeah. Sure. Gaara sighed. Fine, I guess. Naruto waved as Gaara left for math. Come on Sasuke-kun. We have math. I need your help studying and you get A's all the time. Sasuke thought a second before smirking. Hey, Naruto. Kiba. Yeah man, could I tag along? Sure. Kiba shrugged. Sakura and Ino frowned and let go, then walked up Naruto. Help a girl out. Mention me. Me too. Okay. Good. They both said before leaving with a giggled. It's usually not like you to skip class, Uchiha. Kiba pondered. Yeah, well, anything then being with those two. If only Gaara came with us. Naruto sighed. Ah, come on Naruto, let's go to the roof. That's where I always go. Nah man, I know somewhere better that no one knows. Naruto smirked evilly. As they walked, Naruto lead while Kiba and Sasuke walked beside each other. Are we there yet, Dobi? Shut up, Tem, or I won't show you. Like I want to see your oh so special place. You would. Naruto stopped and looked away. What? No response. What, are you mad at me or something? Well, sorry. Okay. No. Naruto looked around, then pointed to one of trees in beginning of the forest. What? We're here. She smiled. She ran up to the tree and looked up into the leaves. Suddenly, to Kiba's and Sasuke's surprise, she started to climb the tree till she disappeared into the branches. Naruto. Come on guys. A voice called. Kido was the first to run up and climb up the tree. Wow. This is so cool. Kiba's voice called in the tree. Come up Sasuke. I don't climb trees. Sasuke yelled up the tree. Just get up here. No. I'll get my clothes dirty. Who cares? I do. Fine. There was a long pause before a rope ladder fell from the tree. Climb. You idiot. Okay. Sasuke started to climb the rope ladder till he reached the top. Sasuke looked around in awe. How the? I made it myself. It was like a tree house but cooler. It had a small box of food and a cooler for drinks. There was about 5 blankets and lots of pillows. There was even a solar-powered light in the corner. Speakers and portable DVD player. 1. Damn girl, you got the whole setup. Kiba smirked as he looked around. Thanks. Dobi. Tem, if this is your secret place that no one knows about, why show us? Naruto smirked. Oh, just 'cause I can. Sasuke narrowed his eyes at her. She was hiding something. After about an hour, Naruto stood up. Okay, we got to go now. But I was having so much fun. Kiba whinnied as Sasuke just, Ed. But how about one last drink before we go? Sure. Kiba said, smiling. Naruto turned to the cooler and pulled out a bottle of something Sasuke had never seen before. Drink up. Naruto said, handing them both the drink. Sasuke eyed his drink, as Kiba quickly drank his. Yum. That's some good stuff. What is it? Just a drink. Sasuke quickly threw the drink into the tree and held the cup like he had finished it. Okay guys, let's go. Naruto jumped down from the tree with a smirk as Kiba and Sasuke followed suit. So, Kiba's eyes rolled back into his head as he fell to the ground. 2. Sasuke's eye widened. What the hell happened to him? Naruto turned to Sasuke with a smirk. 1 down, 1 to go. What are you talking about? What happened to Kiba? Weird, you should be on the ground too. Are you supernatural or something? No. Now what did you do? Did you even drink it? Drink it? You mean that stuff you gave us? Naruto nodded. No. What? Naruto clutched her hair screaming, no. Sasuke sighed. What are those drinks supposed to do to Kiba? Oh. Just lose the last hour of his memory. Why? Because this is my personal space up there in the tree. I don't want people to know. Then why'd you bring us? I always bring people up here. After a while it gets lonely, you know. Sasuke felt his heart sink as he saw a tear fall from Naruto's eyes. He had no choice. He pulled Naruto over into a hug, squeezing her tight. It's okay, but why don't you want them to know? Naruto sniffed. If they knew, they'd come when I wasn't around, not under my permission. That's my stuff up there. I don't want them to be messing with it if I'm not around. But I hate drugging them, it'd be funner if they remembered. Sasuke pulled Naruto closer, breathing in her scent. After a second, Sasuke. You can let me go now. Sasuke's eyes popped open. How long had he been holding her? Was it that obvious? Sasuke quickly torn his arms away from Naruto. Sorry. It's okay, but, Naruto looked away. You know. I know what. You didn't drink, you'll remember this place. I might, but I won't come unless you come with me. Sasuke smiled, which made Naruto smile. Really? Sasuke nodded. Oh, come on. We got to go. Naruto grabbed Sasuke's hand and started to run. Sasuke felt so good, he wished Naruto would never let go of his hand. Naruto stopped, still holding Sasuke's hand, and then turned to Sasuke with a shy smile. I forgot Kiba. Dobi. Shut up. Naruto blushed. Sasuke smirked. Naruto was so cute when she blushed. Sasuke frowned when she let go of his hand. Naruto ran over to the passed out Kiba and picked him up. Naruto smirked and pretended to be weak. In reality, she could easily lift Kiba and throw him over her back, but she was lazy and a tad evil. Naruto said as she tried to lift Kiba. Sasuke watched as the cute girl tried to pull Kiba up. He smirked when an obvious idea came to his mind. He walked over to her. Please, let me. You wouldn't want to strain yourself. Naruto giggled as she stood up and watched Sasuke put Kiba over his shoulder. Thanks, Sasuke Tem. Naruto smiled as she kissed him on the cheek before continuing. Sasuke almost dropped Kiba when Naruto's soft lips meet his cheek. Come on, Tem. That snapped him out of his thoughts as he caught up with the girl. As they neared the door, Naruto giggled, then looked over at Sasuke. He was slightly sweating and was straining himself to carrying Kiba. It was a long walk, but Sasuke wanted to impress Naruto as much as he could. Having fun carrying him? Nay, Sasuke. Bundles, Sasuke said as he wiped his sweaty forehead. You look tried, I'll carry him. I saw you try, you can't even lift him. Oh really? Yeah. Naruto reached up and took Kiba from Sasuke, easily, and put him over her shoulder, again very easily, like if he was a feather. What the? You tricked me. Naruto smiled. Hey, you said it yourself. I could have strained myself. I've lifted way heavier bodies than this. So you made me carry it, just to torture me. Pretty much. Naruto placed Kiba down on a bench outside the school doors, then entered. Naruto. Naruto turned her head to see Gaara leaning against the wall, glaring at the Uchiha behind her. Oh hey Gaara. How was boring math? I let you go with Kiba and Uchiha and you come back only with Uchiha. Yeah. Kita fell asleep. Naruto said, pointing out the window to a sleeping Kiba on the front bench of the school. Bye Sasuke. Naruto waved as she followed Gaara down the hall. Wah. Sasuke reached out a hand. What's you next class? He yelled to his surprise. Naruto turned back to him. Gaara. Gym. I have to same class. Sasuke smirked. Another class with Naruto, perfect. Oh, then come on silly. With that, Naruto turned back and followed Gaara to the gym, Sasuke trailing them. Okay Naruto, I'll wait for you outside the girls' changing room, okay? Got it. Naruto smiled at Gaara as he went into the boys' changing room. Naruto was about to go into the girls when there was a scream. Sasuke-kun, where were you in math? We missed you. Sasuke rubbed his temples, not them. I skipped. Ooh. Daredevil Sasuke-kun. Sakura purred. See you in gym, Sasuke-kun. Sakura and Ino waved as they entered to dressing room, noticing a certain blonde watching. Naruto shuddered. They were in there. Are you going to go in, or stand here all day, Dobi? Oh, what do you want, Tem? Sakura and Ino won't bite, you'll be fine. Whatever, Tem. And with that, Naruto entered the girls' changing room. Naruto sat on the bench. She had just put on her shorts and was now taking off her top. She threw her top in her bag and reached for her gym top when snag. Naruto looked up to see Sakura holding her shirt, Ino right beside her. We saw you and Sasuke-kun hugging, you whore. You said you weren't interested. I'm not. He hugged me. Fine. But did you mention us to him? I forgot. Sakura handed Ino the shirt. She ripped it in two and threw it out of the dressing room, outside. I told you to. I will. I promise. You better. And remember, Sasuke-kun doesn't like you, at all. With that, Sakura and Ino smirked. Have fun in gym. You'll be attaching a lot of attention. With that, Sakura and Ino turned to leave a shirtless, only bra, Naruto. Bitch. What the hell? I need a shirt. Well, you should have thought about that before you forgot to mention us to Sasuke-kun. You obsessed fangirl bitch. Naruto held her stomach from the kick she just got. Let this be a reminder, don't mess with us. Ino yelled. They punched and kicked her a few times before leaving. Naruto lay there shirtless and beaten, also bloody, on the floor. No one was there. She screamed out in pain as she tried to move but fell right back to the ground. Outside, Gaara and Sasuke were waiting. Why are you here, Uchiha? I'm waiting for Naruto. She's taking a while, though. Yes, she is. Just then Sakura and Ino walked out with a smirk. Sasuke and Gaara had heard noises before but decided to ignore them. That's all the girls. But Naruto, what's taking her so long? Sasuke and Gaara jumped at the scream from the dressing room. Naruto. Sasuke ran into the room. Naruto. Sasuke. Sasuke looked around from her, then spotted her in the corner, bloody and beaten. Sasuke ran forward to her, but then stopped when he noticed something. She was topless. Damn, Sasuke thought. Naruto. Naruto looked up at Sasuke and slightly smiled. Sasuke. Sasuke could feel his heartbeat in his ears, pounding away. Naruto. Sasuke jumped at the voice and saw Gaara run past him to Naruto. Naruto, are you okay? Gaara said, picking Naruto up in his arms. Gee, Gaara. She smiled. What happened? It's okay. I'm fine, Gaara. Sasuke. Get the teacher. Gaara yelled back to him. Sasuke was frozen though, not a bone in his body would move. Sasuke. Sasuke snapped and ran out of the changing room to the teacher. Sasuke. Where were you and the youthful Gaara? And Naruto. Come. With that, Sasuke grabbed Guy's arm and pulled him into the girl dressing room. Wah. Naruto. Guy ran up to her and Gaara. What happened? We don't know, we just found her like this. Okay. Let's get her to nurse. With that, Gaara stood up Naruto in his arms. Sasuke was surprised at Gaara's face. He was angry, no, furious, and the thing that surprised him the most was the worry in his eyes. Gaara really thought of Naruto like a little sister. Gaara, you take Naruto to the nurse, so I can teach the youthful students outside. Come on, Sasuke. Guy smiled. Sasuke was about to object and say he'd take Naruto to the nurse, but messing with Gaara right now didn't seem like a good idea. Plus, if it wasn't for Gaara, he'd still be staring at Naruto, not even helping her. He followed Guy back outside. He felt sad and foolish for not helping sooner, but his face then turned to anger when he saw all the students. One or more of them ganged up on her. And he would find them and beat them senseless. Sasuke-kun. Sakura and Ino screamed, clinging to his arms. So where's Gaara-kun? Busy. Doing what? Taking Naruto to the nurse. Sakura and Ino smirked to themselves. What? Why? She got beat up, bad. They could hear the sadness in his voice and became enraged. Well, that shows you how weak she is. Yeah, unlike us. Sasuke twitched. Get off. But Sasuke-kun. Off. Now. Sakura and Ino backed off, releasing Sasuke's arms. But Sasuke. Shut up. With that, Sasuke joined the others in a game of soccer. Oh. That hurts. Naruto whinnied. Damn, where's the nurse? Gaara cursed. Gaara was trying to treat Naruto's wounds. But he was no doctor. He need help, all he could do was clean the cuts. Damn it, I need someone's help. Sasuke was worried. Naruto and Gaara hadn't come back yet. Guy-sensei. Can I go to the washroom? Yes, my youthful friend. Guy smiled, giving Sasuke a thumbs up. Sasuke's sweat dropped. Sasuke didn't really have to go to the washroom, he wanted to know how Naruto was. He entered the nurse's office and froze. Naruto still didn't have a top on and Gaara was cursing silently. Hey. Gaara and Naruto turned to him. Uchiha, what do you want? Naruto, is she okay? I don't know. The nurse isn't here, and I think she has a broken arm from defending herself. But I'm no doctor. Wow. Naruto screamed. Sorry, Naruto. Gaara said, he had accidentally nudged her broken arm. It's okay, Gaara. Naruto. Naruto turned to Sasuke, who was kind of blushing. Yeah, why don't you have a top on? Naruto turned red. They ripped my shirt and threw it outside. Yeah, and I have to clear she cuts that are on her stomach. Gaara glared. Oh, perv. Naruto yelled, using her hands to cover up her rack. What? Gaara was glaring really hard now. Uchiha. Gaara glared, then pointed to his nose. Sasuke caught on and touched his nose, then looked at his hand. It had blood on it. Shit. Sasuke dashed out of the room after grabbing a box of tissues. Damn it. He cursed at the blood. He threw out the bloody tissues and re-entered the room. Sorry. Whatever, Tem. Naruto said, now back turned to him. Just then the nurse entered the room. What's going on here? Naruto's hurt. Sasuke said plainly. She has a broken arm and is pretty beaten up. Naruto, you say? Sasuke nodded. The nurse quickly ran to the phone and called someone. Sasuke could hear a scream, then the door burst open. The nurse put down the phone and sighed as she exited. Naruto. Tsunade and Iruka yelled as they burst through the door. Naruto smiled. Hey. Oh my gosh. What happened? Naruto looked away. Nothing. Don't lie to me, Naruto. Iruka yelled as they made their way to the cot she was sitting on. Tsunade ran over to Naruto, and looked at her arm. Yep, it's broken. Iruka, Gaara, Sasuke. If you please, leave. Iruka nodded and dragged the two out. Now, Naruto. This might hurt a bit. What happened to her? Iruka asked them, crossing his arms. We don't know. We found her like that. I say. Naruto. Sasuke ran to the door and tried to open it. Locked. What's going on? It's locked. Tsunade, open up. Iruka yelled, banging on the door. What's going on in there? After a few more screams, they stopped and the door unlocked. The three burst in the door. Naruto. They all yelled in unison. She's fine. Tsunade said from a chair in the corner. She hair was all messed up, her clothes too. What happened? I healed her wounds. The screams you heard were me trying to get a shirt on her. Sasuke blushed and almost had a nosebleed, almost. They looked over to Naruto, who was sitting on the cot, with a shirt. Her arm was taped up in a cast. Naruto looked up at them and waved with her casted arm. Hey guys, I could hear you outside. Protective much. She smirked, which made them all blush, yes, even Gaara a little. Sasuke-kun. Sasuke-kun. They could hear coming down the halls. Sakura and Ino entered the room. Oh, there you are, Sasuke-kun. Guy told us to get you since you were taking so long in the washroom. Sakura and Ino could see Naruto in the back sitting on a cot, a cast on her left arm. Oh, hello Naruto. How are you? Fine. Naruto whispered, turning away from everybody in the room. Anyway, Sasuke-kun, we have to go, we're playing basketball and you're on our team. Ino winked and they pulled on his sleeves to the door. I'm not going, Sasuke said, slapping their hands from his sleeves. What? Naruto is hurt, I'm making sure she fine. Naruto. She fine. Right, Naruto? Why yeah, you go with them, Sasuke. I know you want to. No, I don't. Just go with them. Sasuke was taken back, her voice. It was so sad. Oh, okay. Gaara. Gaara looked over to Naruto, who nodded. Gaara turned back to the door and walked out, Sasuke, Ino and Sakura following. So Naruto. Please. I want to be alone. Iruka and Tsunade sighed before, too, leaving the room. Naruto looked down at her cast. Why didn't I fight back? I could have easily beaten those two, I don't need this to happen to me again. I'll get Sasuke to fall in love with Sakura, just as she wants. Sorry Ino, but I think Sakura is the best for him. She sighed before getting up. Ryan in. Naruto sighed. 2 days later. Naruto looked down at her cast then sighed. She was walking to English class early so she could tell the teacher that she couldn't write. Yes, I want her to be left-handed, like me cheeky smiley face, the teacher understood and told her someone could write for her. That someone was Sasuke Uchiha. He always finished early so he probably had time to write someone else's. Naruto smirked. This would be a great change to get Sasuke to fall in love with Sakura. She saw Sakura walk into the class. Ino didn't have the same class this period. Naruto walked over to Sakura. Sakura. What? Come back for another ass beating? No. Then don't waste my time. Ino's not here. Yeah. So. Good. Quote, question mark quote. I don't want her hearing this or she'll get anger. So what is it? I'm going to help you. You're Sasuke-kun. I will try with all my power to get him to love you. And why should I trust you? Naruto raised up her left hand. I don't need this to happen again, and I don't want to hurt you. Obviously you'd give your right leg for Sasuke. So you obviously love him dearly. For some reason this hurt Naruto deep in her heart. So you'll help me win him over. Precisely. Good. And with that Sakura and Naruto started to make a plan. Sasuke walked to his next class, English. Another class with Naruto. How luckily could he get? He smirked even more when the teacher said he'd have to help Naruto out with writing since she can't write with her broken arm. Sasuke looked around the classroom for his angel, only to spot her talking and giggling with Sakura. Was she Ino replacement or something? Whatever, it didn't matter, all that mattered was Naruto. And Gaara wasn't in this class so he was home free. Okay class. Settle. Kakashi said. Yes, he was also the English teacher. Shino, come hand out this sheets, work in partners. With that Kakashi pulled out an orange book and sat down. Shino picked up the sheets, they were packages with at least 15 pages. One to each pair, so Sasuke and Naruto worked together. Sasuke was overjoyed. Though he'd beat up the person who broke Naruto's arms, he had to give them some praise. This is so boring. Naruto whinnied leaning back in her chair. Sasuke surprised Naruto was pretty smart that they finished the package in record time. Well, at least they could talk. Yes, Sasuke liked that idea. So, he started. Do you like orange? The color, orange. No, not really. I like blue, and other darker colors. I see. What about pink? I think a guy who is comfortable in pink is awesome. Pink doesn't mean you're gay but that you're comfortable with your feminine side. I find that very attractive in a guy. Naruto said. Obviously that was a lie since she hated pink, but Sasuke didn't catch the lie so replied with yeah, I like pink. Really? Yes, but I'm not gay. I see. So why? Do you have a crush on someone? Sasuke didn't know what to say. He knew if he said yes she'd ask who. 'Cause I do. Sasuke blinked, he hoped it was him. Who? Quote, Naruto. Can you keep a secret? Sasuke nodded. I like Sasuke. Say it. Sigh. Yes. Wait. What? Sigh. Sigh. Shish. Sorry. But do you like someone? No. Good. I know the perfect girl for you then. You. Naruto. Who? You promise, you'll ask her out? Naruto said cutely. For me, please. She really likes you. Naruto blushed. Sasuke froze. Was she asking him to ask her out? Yes. Sure, anything for you. Then you'll ask her out to tomorrow's dance. That's right, tomorrow was the dance and Sasuke was planning on asking Naruto. But now she was pretty much asking him to ask her. He could tell from her blushing and being all quiet about it. He could even tell that she was lying about liking Sai. It's true she doesn't love Sai. Though I do like Sanaru. Of course. Sasuke smirked. So you will, promise. Promise. If you don't I'll never be your friend again. So you better. Naruto, I promise I will ask you her out. Good. So go ask Sakura out already. Naruto smiled, blush disappearing. Okay Naruto, well why wait? Sakura, yes. And you have to. You gave your word. You ask her to the dance and dance with her. Sasuke sighed, I'm no. B but YUSS said UW would. Naruto said with the saddest face you'd even seen, even a tear falling down her cheek. Why you lied to me? Tem. And now I'll never be your friend again. Naruto said turning away from him about to get up and run away when Sasuke pulled her back down. He'd have to keep his relationship with Naruto. If he didn't he'd lose his chances of being with her, forever. Okay. Naruto. I'll ask her to the dance. Naruto turned back to him with the biggest smile ever, and hugged him. Thank you Sasuke. She really does love you. Are we still friends? Of course. Sasuke pulled Naruto closer in the hug. Sasuke, let go. Naruto voice said from his shirt. Oh sorry. He said letting go. How could she not feel how well she fit with him? Like she was the missing piece to his puzzle. How could she not feel the same warmth Sasuke felt? All these questions came to Sasuke's head. Is this a one-sided love? No, it's just too strong, right? Now go. Ask. Sasuke sighed before getting up and walking over to Sakura. Sasuke-kun. Sakura please don't freak and scream when I say this. Sakura nodded. The plan worked. Naruto you genius. Sakura, will you go? Sasuke started emotionless and annoyed till Naruto nudged him. Use some emotion Sasuke, pretty please. Naruto said softly, her warm breath on his ear. His cock twitched. No. Stay down. Sasuke took a deep breath. Sakura, he said in a voice that could melt an iceberg. Would you go to the dance with me? Sakura's heart felt like it would explode from her chest. Not bad, even I would say yes to that. Naruto whispered before going back to her seat. Sasuke's heart sank even more. If he had asked her out like that she would have said yes. What a fool he was. You're right, brother. I am foolish. Yes Sasuke-kun. Of course I'll go to the dance with you. Sakura said hugging Sasuke almost to death. Sasuke cursed to himself. Ah, it's so cute. Naruto cheered gleefully. Sasuke frowned then smirked. Sasuke pushed out of Sakura's grip and sat back down, Naruto smiling beside him. You owe me. Sasuke put up one finger. One dance. What? No, I don't. Yes, you do. I didn't want to go to the dance with Sakura, now I am. So you owe me. No way. I can't dance with you anyway. And why is that? I have a date. Sasuke mentally slapped himself. No. Who is that bastard? Who? Sasuke said through his teeth. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking on who to ask. I was thinking Gaara or you but. Again Sasuke mentally slapped himself. But we're friends so it would be pointless. Sasuke's mind just screamed over and over that he thought Naruto could hear it. So then you do owe me one dance. Sasuke smirked. Not if I get a date. What? Naruto needs a date. Oh my gosh. Naruto. Go with me. Naruto rolled her eyes and went back to Sasuke. See I have lots of options, not that I'd want them. Maybe I should go with Gaara, what do you think? Go with me. I don't know, it's your decision. Sasuke shrugged. But you'll still owe me a dance. Not if I get a date. But really, Gaara. No. You guys are friends, brother and sister. True. Shino. No. Shikamaru. Too lazy. Kiba. Are you kidding me? Okay. Lee. Sasuke gave her a look. Okay. Neji. No. Loud much. How about Sai? Emotionless. And you're not. HN. Exactly. How about buzz? No it's not a B underscore. That's mine. Sasuke pulled out his cell. Hello. Hey Itachi. No. Sakura. Yes really. No Naruto made me. Shut up. 'Cause she tricked me. No she doesn't. Hell no. Bye. Sasuke closed the phone and sighed, putting it away. Who's Itachi? My brother. You have a brother. Lucky. Why you don't? No. Sister. Naruto shook her head. Only child. Only one. Huh, never mind. So by what you were saying on the phone, you just told your brother about your date with Sakura. Yeah, then what does that have to do with me? Huh, you said, Naruto made me, shut up, 'cause she tricked me, then, no she doesn't. Oh well. Quote comma question mark quote. My brother wants to meet you, Sasuke said blushing slightly. Why? Does he know me, or something? You could say that, yeah. Okay. Sure, after school. Besides I need you to get a cool tux for Sakura. Naruto smiled. Sasuke smiled back. If spending all his time with Naruto, almost 24/7, so she could get him ready for Sakura, then the whole being with Sakura for a few hours wouldn't be so bad. Sasuke nodded and went back to work but then whispered. You still owe me a dance. Teme. Naruto smiled and nodded. I can't believe you got him to ask me to the dance. What are friends for? Friends? Sure. Just don't break my arm, again. Sakura smiled. Don't worry, I'll get Sasuke looking his best for you. We're going shopping today. Thanks Naruto, you're the best. No problem. You. They turned to see Ino rampaging up them. Me. No. Both. You get her a date with Sasuke but not me. And you get Sasuke-kun. Ah, he was supposed to be mine. Calm yourself Ino. I got someone for you. Huh. Sai. What? Yes. He's perfect for you. Naruto pulled Sai over and threw him at Ino. Ino blushed and agreed to go with him. Sai just smiled. And the three waved back to Naruto as they walked away. Naruto, came a deep voice. Naruto turned again with a smile. Sasuke. Huh, who are you? Naruto looked at the man, up and down. He kind of looked like Sasuke but longer hair. He was kind of cute too. There you are. Huh. Turning again to see the real Sasuke, Naruto smiled and hugged him. Who is this Sasuke? Do you know him? Naruto said pointing at the tall man. The man smiled. So this is Naruto, no wonder you. Itachi. He's my brother, Itachi. Sasuke cut in. Oh, so you're Itachi. Nice to meet you. Naruto smiled. Itachi smiled back. So how do you know me? Sasuke talks about you, a lot. And in the morning he gets all mad because he. Let's go. Sasuke cut in, again. But I want to know what Itachi had to say. Naruto pouted. Another time, Sasuke said pulling her off, Itachi following. So Itachi, how old are you? Actually, we're in the same school. Really? Yep. Wow. So then you're going to the dance tomorrow night? Yep. Good. Then you'll see Sasuke and Sakura dance. I pulled a few strings to get them in spotlight. Sasuke twitched. She what? You what? When you dance, there'll be a spotlight on you guys. Isn't that nice little brother? Itachi smirked as Sasuke glared back at him. Just perfect, he said annoyed. So where are we going? Itachi pointed up to a giant mansion. Wow, whose is that? Ours. We live here, Itachi said getting out his keys for the door. Damn Sasuke, you never told me you had a huge house. It puts mine to shame. Sasuke just shrugged and followed Itachi inside. Whoa, it's even better inside. Do you even have parties, sleepover or whatever here? No. What? Well, this would be perfect for a party. Sasuke smirked, which Itachi caught. Well, we could have one, on Saturday. Sasuke stated. Really? That would be so cool. What would the theme be? Theme, like formal, casual, that stuff. You know what would be cool? If everyone had to wear masks. It'd be harder to kiss you then. Itachi smiled. I think that's a great idea, Naru-chan. Naruto blushed at the name as Sasuke just glared at Itachi. But we'd have to do it after the dance. A week after the dance then. Okay. But first. Come on Sasuke. Naruto grabbed Sasuke's arm and pulled him upstairs. She looked around for a bit till she bumped into something or to say someone. Ow. Naruto said rubbing her head. Sasuke helping Naruto back up and stared at the people she bumped into. Sasuke, who is this? A man asked. This is Naruto. Naruto. The man blinked. You mean the one who gets yo? Why can't everyone just drop it? After several times, no one can drop it. The man stated. Sorry, sir, Naruto said looking at the man. Naruto, this is my father. Hello Mr. Uchiha. So you must be Naruto. You know me too. Sasuke talks. Yeah we know. Sasuke sighed. That's when his mother walked up to them. Why hello. Is this your little girlfriend, Sasuke? His mother smiled. No, I'm Naruto. Naruto smiled. Sasuke best and probably only friend. He really needs some people skills. Naruto giggled. So you're Naruto. Her eyes widened slightly as she looked over to Sasuke. I can see why you. Mom. Okay. She turned back to Naruto. Aren't you a beautiful little girl? Your parents must be pleased. Naruto's smile dropped. Yeah, anyway I can't waste all day. So can you point me to Sasuke's room? They all blushed, mouth open. If only she knew. It's right here. Sasuke's mother said pointing to a room. Thanks, I kind of got lost in this big house. So what are you going to do in Sasuke's room? The father asked. Sasuke couldn't even speak. All this dirty thought in his mind were blocking out the real world. Oh, since Sasuke asked Sakura to the dance, I'm here to make sure Sasuke looks good and actually goes. They both exhale. Okay wait Sakura, but I thought you hated her, Sasuke. I do, but I made him ask her. You see she really loves him. I can tell when someone loves another person. They all sweat dropped. Then how'd you miss me? Now come on Sasuke. And with that Naruto pulled Sasuke away into his room, shutting the door. You really need to pick better words when you say things. Why? Never mind. Okay. Naruto quickly started to unbutton Sasuke's shirt. What are you doing? Sasuke asked as he blushed. I have to strip you so I can see you in a tux. So hold still. Naruto paused. Besides it's probably nothing I haven't seen before. Sasuke blushed even more. Was she think of taking off his boxers too? What? Don't be a baby, so hold still. Naruto said unbuckling Sasuke's belt. When it was undone Naruto took off his undershirt. Wow, do you work out or something? Naruto said tracing Sasuke's abs. Blush. Somewhat. No wonder girls love you. Sasuke smiled but twitched when he felt Naruto's hands on his pants. Naruto pulled them down so that Sasuke was only in his boxers. Sasuke gulped. You don't have to take those off, do you? I do. They might make the tux look fat at the butt. And I don't think you want a fat butt, do you? Sasuke sighed and shook his head. Good. Now drop him. What? I'm not doing it for you. Naruto said crossing her arms. But first where do you keep your tuxes? Sasuke pointed a closet. Naruto smiled and walked over to it. When I come back they better be off. Sasuke heard from the closet. You got a lot of these. Sasuke sighed and played with the rim of his boxers. When was the last time he shaved? He wouldn't want Naruto to freak out about how hairy he was. But weren't all guys? Sasuke pulled them down a bit more. Naruto, a girl, would see him. And if she didn't like what she saw, or if she told Gaara or some fangirl after. I told you, you can't wear them. Naruto yelled as she exited the closet. Damn it. Sasuke sighed and turned away from Naruto then pulled off his boxer throw them on the bed. See it wasn't that hard. Sasuke couldn't stop blushing. Naruto would have to be careful since he might not be able to control himself. Okay, I've picked two for now. Try them on. Naruto said throwing one suit to him. Oh by the way, nice butt. Naruto giggled. Sasuke blushed even more and quickly pulled on the pants to the suit. Hee. Naruto walked over to Sasuke. No, not these pants. Try these. What? I haven't even put on the full thing. Just change pants Tem. Sasuke again turned away from Naruto and changed pants. There. Yeah I like these ones. Naruto nodded as Sasuke blushed. Now, if you wear boxers they won't look good. Where do you keep your boxers? Sasuke froze. Ah hell no. I'm not telling you. There's no way you're going in there. Sasuke said, crossing his arms. Naruto sighed. Well, if you want to let everything hang out, it will look really weird if you don't wear any underwear, since you can't wear boxer with those. Sasuke sighed. I can't get them myself. But you don't know which ones to choose. Fine, Dobi. Sasuke pointed to a drawer. Naruto smiled to him and walked over, pulling it open. Wait a minute, what if she finds, oh crap. Sasuke. Huh. Naruto turned to him blushing. What? Why do you have these? She said, holding up fluffy handcuffs. There's more too, but I'm not touching those. Sasuke blushed. Never mind, I don't want to know. You pick your underwear, I'm going to wash my hands. And with that, Naruto went into the bathroom. Sasuke cursed as he put everything away. He put out a different pair of boxers and pulled off the pants, about to slip into his boxers. Sasuke, you don't have any. Sasuke and Naruto froze. Towels. Naruto finished. Sasuke was pretty big to Naruto's surprise. Sasuke only had one leg halfway into his boxer. Naruto couldn't find the words. Sorry, she said, turning away. Sasuke snapped back into reality and quickly pulled his boxers along with the pants. It's okay. It was silent for a moment till. You're out of towels, in the bathroom. Naruto said, holding up her wet hands. Oh, I'll get some more. No, I'll get them. Oh, okay. Sasuke was looking at Naruto's back, she just wouldn't look at him. There down the hall, fourth door on the left. With Naruto left the room still not facing Sasuke. Damn it, she's freaked out, but she should have seen it coming, Sasuke sighed. Naruto ran down the hall and opened a closet door, grabbing some towels. She sunk against the wall, breathing in and out. Naruto jumped but sighed when it was just Itachi. What happened? Itachi said, looking at the blood-stained towel. Yes, Naruto did indeed have a nosebleed. Nothing. Okay. Come on, let's get you cleaned up. Itachi helped Naruto up and brought her to his bathroom in his room. After cleaning the blood, Naruto thanked Itachi and they walked back to Sasuke's room talking, only to see Sasuke looking around for Naruto. Little brother, looking for someone? Yeah, have you seen Naruto? There you are, he said, realizing Naruto was right beside his brother, smiling. He glared at Itachi and pulled Naruto into his room. Need help in there? Itachi called from outside the door. Go away, Itachi. Sasuke called. Itachi shrugged and left. Naruto tried to walk but found herself trapped. Trapped in Sasuke's possessive arms. Sasuke. You can let go now. But Sasuke didn't let go. What did he tell you? Nothing really. Good. Don't listen to a word he says. Naruto nodded. Are you going to let me go now? We still haven't finished dressing you. Wanna watch TV? TV. Sure. Sasuke grabbed Naruto's hand and led her down the halls to the TV room. Sasuke sat Naruto down, then sat beside her. You know we really should finish. I know. So, do you like blue? The color, blue. Yeah, I like every color but girly colors like pink. Who beat you up, Naruto? Sasuke said, turning to her. Then after you go talk to Sakura. Something's up. Tell me. Who beat you up? Naruto turned away from Sasuke in shame. She beat herself up pretty much. Didn't even defend herself and told no one. Naruto. Still no response. Naruto, you can tell me. Still no response. Sasuke got a little angry at this and grabbed Naruto's shoulders, turning her to face him. Naruto's eyes widened then fell. Please, Naruto. Tell me. But you'll. I swear I won't tell anyone. But you'll. Sasuke sighed as he mentally cursed to him. I won't hurt them, promise. Promise that. Nothing will change. Sasuke looked at her for a second then agreed. It was Sakura and Ino, but mostly Sakura. Sasuke's eyes widened then narrowed. Sakura will be having an early death. But you said you wouldn't hurt them and that nothing would change. Did she threaten you? Not really. I just thought if I gave her what she wants, she'd leave me and everyone else alone. This broken arm is just a mistake. I didn't even fight back. I could have easily gotten out of it. Sasuke pinched the bridge of his nose. So I have to go with Sakura to the dance since you wanted to rid Sakura's rage from not only yourself but everyone else. Naruto nodded. I guess that a good reason except one thing. What? I still get tortured. Sasuke smiled. Naruto blinked then formed a smile, giggling. Sasuke joined the laughter and they started to laugh really hard. Naruto wiped away a tear. Okay, no more laughing, it hurts. Sasuke agreed and they both stopped. Okay. We got to go back to your tux. Sasuke frowned slightly. Oh. Beep beep. Naruto pulled out her cell. Oh my gosh. It's 9 o'clock. Naruto looked out the window. It was raining. That's just perfect. What? I have to walk home in the rain. Can your parents give me a ride? Naruto asked turning to Sasuke. I guess. No, they can't. They're asleep. Itachi said appearing from nowhere. Oh, dang, can I borrow an umbrella then? Broken because Sasuke thought it'd be cool to hang them from a tree and lay down in them. Naruto giggled. Sasuke blushed looking away. Well, that's great. I guess walking in the rain wouldn't hurt. Naruto sighed and picked up her bag. See ya, Sasuke. She was about to open the door when. Wait, why you can stay the night if you want. It's okay, Sasuke, I can walk. I'll call your parents to come and get you then. What's your number? My parents. Yeah, I'll stay if it's okay. Itachi and Sasuke nodded. You should tell them though, so they might be worried. No, they won't mind. Sasuke and Itachi gave her a look before shrugging it off. Suit yourself. Come on with me, Naruto. Itachi said holding out a hand. Naruto took it and followed Itachi down the hall. Here. This will be your room till the morning. Thanks, Itachi. Itachi smiled and walked off to his room. Naruto opened the door and went inside. It was nice. She took off her shirt and pants, and threw on a gym shirt she had. Oddly enough, she wore girl boxers, so it was good to sleep in. She smiled and untied her hair, so it was all flowing out. She yawned before crawling into bed and falling into a deep sleep. Naruto. Naruto. Naruto moaned. Oh god, Naruto. Naruto moaned again. Naruto slowly opened her eyes to see a blushing Sasuke. Suke. Naruto. You're awake. I am now. Sasuke looked down Naruto's body. Her soft legs bare. Are you wearing pants? Sasuke asked. Naruto blinked. Yeah, see. She lifted up her top a little to show her brown with pink skull boxers. Oh, okay, well, get up, we have school. Also, you look nice with your hair out. Naruto blushed slightly. Well, I'm going to take a shower. With that, Naruto got up and walked into the shower. Sasuke didn't move, he just stood there staring at the bathroom door, listening to water in the shower. No matter how much you stare at that door, you'll never see through it. Sasuke turned to see Itachi leaning against the door. Whatever. She's going to need some clothes, you know. Yeah, I think I might have the girl's uniform in my room. That's when the water turning off. After a second, the door opened to reveal a wet Naruto in a small towel. Naruto was humming slightly as she flicked her hair back. Naruto jumped, almost making her towel fall off. She quickly hid behind the bathroom door. Don't scare me like that. Sorry. Itachi smiled. We were just talking about clothes for you. I don't think you want to wear the same clothes you did yesterday. Well, no, but I don't mind. Itachi raised his hand. No, I will not let that. I think Sasuke has a girl's uniform somewhere. And with that, Itachi left. A girl's uniform? What? You are a girl, are you not? Well, yeah, it's just, I don't like skirts. Well, unless you want to wear one of mine, this is all I got. I'll wear yours. Sasuke smirked. He knew since he was an Uchiha they got special treatment, and on the back of the school uniform was the Uchiha symbol of a fan. Okay. Sasuke handed her one. It was big, really big on her. The pants were really baggy and the shirt was even baggier. Yep. This is my style. Sasuke looked around the room for a second, then grabbed something. He wrapped to around Naruto's waist and pulled slightly. What the? I don't want you to look too much like a boy. Naruto looked down at her waist, stomach area. Around it was a giant black band that went from right below her breasts to her waistline. One thing she didn't know was that there was an Uchiha flan on the back. Okay. Perfect. Sasuke smirked as he led her down to the kitchen where Itachi and Sasuke's parents already were. Hello. Naruto smiled. Sasuke's mom and dad looked at her funny. You stayed the night? Yes. It was raining and Itachi wouldn't let me walk home in the rain. Naruto said, smiling at Itachi, who smiled back. They both nodded and went back to their breakfast. Right then Naruto remembered something. Oh no. What is it? Sasuke asked as he bit into a piece of toast. The dance. I was supposed to help to with your suit, and me, I don't even have a date. Sasuke frowned. He had to go with Sakura to the dance because of her and Sakura had to pay for hurting Naruto. Sasuke took out his phone and walked into the living room so no one could hear him. On the phone. Hello. Hey Gaara, it's me, Sasuke. Why the hell are you calling me Uchiha? I need your help. And what make you think I'll help you, Uchiha? Oh, I know you'll help. Okay. I'm listening. I know who beat up Naruto. Silence. Comma. Who the fuck is it? I'll fucking kill them. Calm down. It was Sakura and Ino. You had something to do with it, didn't you? No, it's not my fault they think I love them and that they love me. Whatever, so why do you need my help? I promised Naruto I wouldn't hurt the person who did it before she told me. At first I was lying but she'll know and hate me if I do. So you want me to kill them? Kill Sakura so I don't have to go to the dance with her. Ino is a nobody, do what you want with her. Okay, but don't complain to me at the outcome. I won't. Sasuke. Oh, got to go. Naruto coming, tell her nothing. Got it. Later Uchiha. And with that they hung up. Who was that? Huh, oh nothing. Come on, we got to go school. Guess what? What? I have a date to the dance. Naruto smiled as Sasuke sunk. No fair man. Who? Itachi. What? Yep. Your brother's so nice. Offering to be my date to the dance. He's like way older than you though. So, it's just so I'm not lonely, since you'll be dancing with Sakura. Sasuke frowned. What about Gaara? Aren't you hanging with him? Yeah, of course, but he doesn't dance so he said he'd drive me. Whatever, let's go. Sasuke said, dragging Naruto to the door. Goodbye Sasuke-kun, have a nice day at school. His mom said, kissing his cheek. Sasuke blushed. Naruto was emotionless and turned away. Sasuke grabbed his bag and turned to Naruto who already had her bag. She smiled at him. Goodbye Naruto-chan. You are always welcome here. Sasuke's mother smiled. Naruto smiled slightly and turned for the door. Goodbye, thanks for having me. She waved before exiting with Sasuke. So, you still owe me a dance. What? Why? You're going with my brother. And you at least owe me something for the torture of having to with Sakura. Well, but Sakura, I don't care. You owe me one. Anything but that. If Sakura sees I'll be annoyed to no end. And you don't think I won't be annoyed? Well, I will. I don't want to spend the whole night with her, okay? Sasuke stopped and turning to her. He leaned in slightly, faces only centimeters apart. I want to be with Naruto. Huh, Kiba. Naruto broke away from Sasuke and hugged Kiba. Sasuke sulked. He was so close to a kiss. Damn it, Kiba. I'll kill you one day. You guys have to come see this. What? It's Sakura and Ino. Come on. Kiba and Naruto started to run to the school, Sasuke following close behind. My hair. Oh my god. Ah. Naruto and Kiba walked up to the scene, Naruto wide-eyed. Sakura and Ino's hair were both cut off, short. But what surprised her most was Sakura's hair, it was blue. Yes, blue. Oh, it was a funny sight. Naruto couldn't help but laugh with everybody else. Sasuke showed up a minute later to see Naruto laughing her head off. What's with you? Ha 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 Sakura ha ha eh. Naruto pointed to the two screaming girls. Sasuke looked up at them. Ino's hair was short, Sakura hair was short, and blue. 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 Sasuke took another look and started to laugh. You're making me go with that to the D dance. Sasuke said as he laughed. Naruto calmed down a bit. Discover more TV fanfiction stories, comics, anime. That would hurt even worse. But who did it? Sasuke smirked, and turned his head to the shadows. He could see eyes and could tell the person was smirking. Gaara. And I thought you were going to kill them. I don't know, but they look like they don't like Sakura and Ino. Come on, let's get to class. And with that, Sasuke and Naruto left for class. Naruto. Gaara. Naruto smiled and hugged him. Did you see what happened to Sakura and Ino? Wow, it was so funny. Gaara smirked. Yeah, I saw. Gaara glanced at Sasuke, who smirked, then turned back to Naruto. So did you find that date you were looking for? Gaara started to crack his knuckles. I want to tell him a few things before the dance. Naruto's eyes widened and she quickly slapped Gaara's hands down. You can't hurt him, Gaara. He's nice. Besides, Sasuke wouldn't let you, right, Sasuke? Sasuke smirked. Nah, do what you want with him, Gaara. What? He's your own brother. So, wait, you're going with Itachi Uchiha? Naruto nodded. Gaara cracked his knuckles again. I have some business to attend to, excuse me. And with that, Gaara stalked down the halls. No, let him go. What? No matter what, he'd find out who it was and beat them up, tell them not to touch you. What a bother, Sasuke sighed. I hope Itachi will be okay, though. He'll survive. Sasuke shrugged and walked off, Naruto following. Bye, Sasuke. What? I don't have the same class as you. Naruto waved as she walked down the hall to her class, leaving Sasuke. Damn, Sasuke entered his classroom to see Sakura sitting beside his seat. That's not where she sat. Sasuke-kun. Oh, Sasuke-kun, look at what some demon did to my hair. Sasuke shrugged and sat down. We're still going to the dance together, right? Sasuke nodded slightly and Sakura smiled. But, Naruto owes me a dance. Sakura frowned. And why is that? I told her she owed me a dance. No matter what, I'm getting that dance, even though she says no. Sakura exhaled. Does she even want to? No. Good. You are my date and not hers. I thought she betrayed me for a second there. Sasuke silently glared at the girl till he spotted something outside in the halls. Oh look. It's Naruto. Orochimaru-sama. May I be excused? Orochimaru hissed and nodded. Sakura smiled at Sasuke, then left the classroom. Damn it. Sasuke cursed. If Naruto got hurt, it would be his fault. The girl already had a broken arm. Sasuke watched the door the whole time, waiting to hear a scream. Naruto. Oh, hey Sakura. Too bad about your hair. Sakura frowned as she remembered her hair was blue. Yeah, anyway, I heard that you, Sasuke-kun, dance. Is that true? Naruto twitched. Well, yeah, but it's not my fault. I told him no, but he wouldn't take no for an answer. Sakura nodded. I believe you, but Sasuke doesn't dance with just anyone. We're friends. Naruto shrugged. True, whatever, just don't go to the dance, then you can't dance with him. What? You heard me, don't go. But I have a date. And I love dances. Who's your date? Sasuke-kun. No, Itachi. His brother. Naruto smiled and nodded. I couldn't find a date, so Itachi said he would. Sakura nodded again. Then stay with Itachi or that Gaara friend of yours. I am. Okay. Just stay away from him. Ignore him. Avoid him. Anything. Just stay away. He's mine. Sakura glared at her. Naruto opened her mouth to protest but closed it. She clutched her shirt, Sasuke's shirt, at the heart. She didn't know why, but staying from Sasuke just broke her. She couldn't avoid Sasuke. Ignore him, Sasuke. Naruto feel like crying but protested against it. She nodded and walked away. She didn't feel like class. She needed to go somewhere she could cry, alone. She needed her tree house. Sakura walked back into the classroom, smirking. Sakura smiled as she sat down beside Sasuke. You've been gone for a while. Sasuke said, raising a brow. He hadn't heard any screaming, but you never know. Ah, miss me. No. Sakura frowned. Well, Sasuke Koi. Don't call me that. But Sasuke Koi. Don't. Sasuke Ko. Never. Sasuke shouted, standing up in his chair, knocking it over. The class stopped and looked at him. Orochimaru hissed. RRIIIIINNNNGGG. Sasuke smirked, took his books and left the class. Searching for Naruto. Gaara, Uchiha. They glared at each other. Have you seen Naruto? They said in unison. No, she never came back to class. What big brother? Gaara got worried. Sasuke smirked as Gaara glared at him. Whatever, Uchiha. I'm going to find her. I don't think she'll want to miss lunch. They have ramen today. Yes. Naruto loved ramen. Loved it. There was no way she'd miss having ramen. And with that, Gaara left. Sasuke was walking around the school, thinking of where Naruto would go. Home maybe. No. Sasuke's eyes shot up when he thought of a place. He quickly ran outside over to the forest. Sob. Naruto. Sniff. Go away. Naruto. Are you okay? Sasuke said, looking up the tree. Huh. Sasuke. Yeah. Go away. Naruto yelled, sobbing slightly. Sasuke looked at the tree and sighed. Uchiha don't climb trees, it would get his clothes dirty too. Sasuke started up the tree. It wasn't so bad. Sniff. Sasuke pulled himself up in the tree house. He exhaled. Sasuke. Sasuke turned his head to see Naruto sitting on a bunch for pillows eating ice cream. You have ice cream up here too? Naruto pouted and rubbed her eyes. What's wrong? Nothing. Tell me. No. Why not? Just go to the dance with Sakura and stay away from me. Sasuke didn't know how to take it. Was she mad at him for some reason? Or jealous? Maybe she's sad because she's jealous that I'm going with Sakura. Sasuke wanted to smirk at the thought of Naruto being jealous, but it didn't seem like a good idea right now. Sasuke smirked anyway. Naruto, you know, I can't stay away from you. Plus you ow. I get it. I owe you. But I'm not your date, okay? Okay. Sasuke nodded, wide-eyed. Naruto pulled her knees to her chin. I just wanted Sakura to leave me alone, but to get that I have to stop being friends with you, she whispered. Sasuke almost yelled with happiness. Naruto couldn't bear not to be with him, friendship or couple. Though it did piss him off that she'd have to stay away from him. What are you talking about? In the hall, Sakura told me to stay away from you at the dance, that I owe you nothing and that she is your date. Sasuke clenched his fist. No one could keep him away from Naruto. Naruto slammed her fist down so hard it made Sasuke jump and fall back. But I don't know why I'm crying so much. Why is this affecting me so bad? Sasuke got up and sat down on the pillows, pulling Naruto into his lap. It's okay, he said, stroking her soft hair. Naruto sniffed, then smiled. Sasuke rubbed the tear away. You really are a good friend, Sasuke. Sasuke frowned. Friend. Nothing more. Yeah, I guess. RRIIINNGGG. Come on. Lunch is over. What? Lunch is over. I missed ramen. Naruto sulked. It's okay, I'll buy you some after school. Naruto stiffened. You don't have to do that. Besides, I still need to get a dress for the dance. Oh, that reminds me. Itachi says, sorry but something came up. He can't take me. Sasuke grinned slightly and shook his head. Great. I'm dateless too. Sasuke chucked and got up, helping Naruto with him. Let go, we have class. Naruto looked away and blushed. See, can we stay here and skip? I really don't feel like going to class. Sasuke smiled. Okay, but what about Sakura? I have her in my next 2 classes. Naruto frowned, started to dismount from the tree. Sasuke pulled her back up. I don't think she'll mind. Naruto giggled lightly. Sasuke held up a CD. Movie. Naruto nodded and sat down on the pillows. Sasuke put the CD into the portable DVD player and sat down beside her. Naruto smiled at Sasuke, who smiled back. Naruto turned back to the movie and Sasuke smirked. Sasuke yawned and stretched his arms in the air, then put one of them down over Naruto's shoulder. Naruto giggled and threw the arm back at him. He frowned. He did it perfectly and got rejected. What is this? This part is really weird. Don't yell at me. Sasuke noticed halfway through the movie Naruto had fallen asleep. Sasuke smiled and rested her head on his lap. Naruto moaned at the movement. Sasuke's cock twitched. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. He cursed when he started to rise. He quickly grabbed a pillow and put it under Naruto's head. Naruto smiled in her sleep. Sasuke exhaled. He turned off the DVD player and stroked Naruto's hair. After an hour or so the bell rang, not waking Naruto. Sasuke sighed. It was the end of school now. Sasuke looked down at Naruto. He didn't want to move, just watch Naruto sleep. Naruto turned in her sleep, knocking the pillow off so that she was lying on Sasuke's legs. Sasuke stiffened. Damn it, Naruto. Naruto groaned and turned over. Sasuke's face turned red. Her face was right there. Oh god. Damn it. Don't wake up. Please. Turn over. Sasuke bit his lips as his cock tingling. She was breathing on it. Almost a blowjob. God. Sasuke could just melt right there. Naruto opened her mouth a little more. Stay down. But Sasuke's cock was getting too much pleasure. The way her hot breath made him tingle. Naruto smiled and cuddled closer to Sasuke. Which meant closer to Sasuke's rising tent. Sasuke could really feel her breath now. She moved slightly and her nose rubbed against Sasuke's hard-on. Damn it, Naruto. If only you knew what you're doing to me. I know, just turn her over yourself. Yeah, that'll work. Sasuke gave Naruto a little push, but still she didn't move. A little harder still, no. He gulped and pushed her. She lifted up almost on her back, about to turn over when she fell right back to his groin, but closer this time, lips slight touching his growing erection. Sasuke shivered. Too close. Naruto hummed, sending a buzz through Sasuke dick. Sasuke was resisting so bad. He needed release. Please, Naruto. Stop this torture. Just then, Sasuke. Naruto's eyes opened a little to come face to face with Sasuke's groin. Naruto's eyes widened as she quickly pulled away from Sasuke. Sorry, Sasuke frowned. He was really uncomfortable with his tight pants. Hint hint, he really needed release and he didn't think Naruto let him do it in her. Sasuke. You have. Naruto blushed. Did I do that? Sasuke blushed too. You were sleeping, it's okay. You should have just moved me. I did. Well, I tired. Naruto and Sasuke were both blushing furiously now. Well, you better fix that little problem of yours. Naruto said, getting up. What? Hey, I'm not helping you. And you're not doing it in here. Naruto giggled, then jumped out of the tree to the ground. Sasuke got up. It was uncomfortable walking and jumping out of the tree. Damn it, Naruto. You made this mess. You better fix it. Sasuke screamed, then covered his mouth, blushing. Me. Naruto said in a high-pitched voice. Sasuke groaned. He really needed release. It's so hard to hold it in. I'm not helping you. Sasuke groaned again. When was the last time he was this hard? Come on, I'll help you to the washrooms. Sasuke couldn't argue since Naruto wouldn't fix it herself. Naruto stood outside the boys' bathroom. It took a while to get inside, but school was over so no one saw. Naruto couldn't help but blush when she heard some noises from the bathroom. After a bit, Sasuke came out of the washroom and sighed. I really hate you, you know. Naruto rolled her eyes and walked up to her locker. Naruto jumped when 3 notes fell out of her locker. She picked them up and opened one. Dear Naruto, I'm sorry but I can't go to the dance with you, something has come up. Itachi. Naruto frowned at the note and threw it in the garbage. Sasuke watched as she opened the note and her face turned from happy to scared. Dear Naru, remember to stay away from Sasuke-kun. Actually, he and you disappeared before lunch and it was ramen day. What the hell are you doing to him? If you even want to take that cast off, stay away from him. I don't know how I can make this any more clear. You did your job and got me a date with him, now step aside and let me reel him in. After he's my boyfriend, he won't need friends that are girls. So say your goodbyes. I'll see you at the dance. Sakura. Naruto sighed and looked the note over again. Sakura. She whispered. Oh. Nothing, Sasuke. Sasuke tried to look at the note, but Naruto put it in her pocket. Naruto looked at the last note, it had a heart on it. Naruto smiled and torn the note open. She almost fainted when she read it. Dearest Naru, your beautiful blue eyes shimmer in the light and remind me of the deep blue ocean. I could just get lost in them. Your silk hair makes me want to stroke it. How it follows you as you move through the halls. Don't see how perfect we fit together. The warmth between us, and those cute whisker marks on your cheeks make you unlike the other girls. You're so cute when you blush or get mad. If only you knew. Naruto flipped the note over. There was no name. She put the note to her heart. It was cheesy but sweet. The one thing that got her was the dearest Naru looked like someone else wrote it compared to the body of the note. Sasuke raised a brow and quickly grabbed the note from Naruto. Hey, a love note, huh? Jealous and anger filled Sasuke. Who the hell was this bastard? He looked the note over, recognizing the writing. Sasuke's eyes widened. He could tell that the dearest Naru was written by Gaara and the rest of the note was his writing. He remembered writing it but in his room, so how'd Gaara get it? His eye narrowed at the note. Isn't it so sweet? If only I knew who it was. Sasuke smiled. Though he would kill Gaara later, the praise he got from Naruto was intoxicating. This was his letter and Naruto loved it. Sasuke smiled even more when Naruto posted it in her locker with a fox magnet. Naruto grabbed her bag and closed her locker with a smile. Sasuke didn't have any homework, so left his backpack in his locker. Naruto then remembered something. Cya Sasuke. Naruto said, turning away. But I promised to help set up the gym for the dance, plus I got to make sure they have your spotlight ready. Sasuke frowned. Stupid dance, and Sakura, wait, spotlight. Oh yeah, she said she pulled a few string for that. Sasuke sighed. He'd have to dance with Sakura in a spotlight in front of the whole school. Sasuke silently followed Naruto to the gym and listened as she talked the DJ. Okay, so the fourth slow song, you tell them to look for Sasuke. And put the spotlight on him. He'll be dancing with Sakura. But what if he's not dancing with someone? Don't worry. I've told Sakura that the fourth slow song she has to dance with him, and Sasuke promised he'd dance with her, so he has to. Okay. Naruto smiled, then went to help some girl with the decorations. Sasuke smirked. Fourth slow song Sasuke went home and got dressed for the dance, planning something in his head. Sasuke frowned as he waited in the gym for Naruto to show. Sakura wasn't there yet, luckily, and the gym was almost full. He was wearing a suit with a gray dress shirt under. Hello Sasuke K-kun. Sasuke turned to see Hinata and Kiba. Kiba wearing a suit with brown under and Hinata wearing a white dress that faded into a dark purple at the bottom. Hey, so Sasuke, where's your date, Sakura? Kida smirked. The blue-haired girl. I have no idea. That's troublesome. Shikamaru said, walking up to them, Tamari beside him. Shikamaru was wearing a suit with a dark green under, Tamari with a tight black dress that went right above her knees. Shikatma and Kibahina. So you finally asked her? Shikamaru. Sasuke smirked. Whatever. Hello Uchiha. Sasuke frowned and looked over at Gaara. He was wearing a suit with a blood-red shit under. I thought you were escorting Naruto. I was, then she called and said she'd be late. Can I talk to you? Gaara smirked, then nodded. They both nodded to the others and walked away so that no one could hear them. What's with the note? Sasuke said angrily. I thought Naruto would like it. Did she? Sasuke paused. Yeah, but how'd you find it? I wrote that at my own house. I've known you've liked Naruto for a while now, I just needed some solid proof. I didn't put your name, so you shouldn't be so mad. Don't ever come into my house again. I didn't. Huh, your brother gave it to me. And with that Gaara left with a smirk. Sasuke punched the wall and quickly dialed Itachi's number on his cell. Hello little brother. Why the fuck did you give that to Gaara? Did Naru-chan like it? Sasuke paused. Yeah, then be happy. Where are you? Sasuke growled in the phone. I knew you'd want to know so you can kill me. That's why I told Naruto I couldn't go to the dance. I don't need you to make a huge scene. But if you want to know, I'm at home. What? I didn't see you. Really? I said goodbye to you as you left. Sasuke mentally slapped himself. Anyway, goodbye little brother. And with that Itachi hung up. Sasuke closed his phone and put in his pocket. He sighed. He'd have to kill Itachi when he got home. Sasuke-kun. Sasuke sighed again. She was here. He turned to see Sakura with normal pink hair. She was wearing a purple-ly pink dress that went to her knees. Fixed your hair? Yes, I did. Sakura smiled. The second slow song went on. Come on, Sasuke-kun. Sasuke didn't want to but obey and followed Sakura to the dance floor. Sasuke almost puked when he put his hands on her waist and she put her arms around his neck. He did not like this one bit. And Naruto wasn't even here. That was just great. But then, bam, the music stopped and everyone stopped dancing and turned to the gym door. There she was, panting. Naruto smiled to them and nodded to the DJ. The music went back on, but that didn't stop the guys from staring. Naruto had her hair down, it went past her waist to her butt. Her bangs covering half of her left eye. She was wearing a black dress, strapless, that went to the knees. At the bottom was gray lace and around her waist was a big orange ribbon. Her blue eyes sparkled in the lights, making them bigger and bright than ever. Sasuke could just lose himself in them. She was beautiful. Sasuke-kun. Huh. Oh. Sasuke turned back to Sakura and continued to dance to the song. Naruto exhaled and closed the doors. She looked around to see dancing couples. She could see Sasuke and Sakura dancing together. She wanted to smile but it never came. She felt more like crying or just running away to stop watching. Why? Why did she feel this way? Naruto shook her head and walked over to Gaara. Hey Gaara. Gaara smiled. He hadn't seen his little sister in a while. Hello Naruto. You're looking nice this evening. Naruto blushed slightly. Thank you, Naruto. Kiba, you look much more like a girl now than in class. Kiba smirked. Hinata frowned and nudged him. Hello Naruto-chan. Hey Hinata-chan. I love your dress. Thanks. The music changed from slow to fast. Sasuke quickly ditched Sakura and looked around for Naruto. That's when he spotted her talking with the others. Naruto. He called as walked over. Sasuke. Naruto looked over to see Sasuke walking her way. She remembered the note and quickly walked away. Naruto. Sasuke tried to follow her but she was fast, dodging through the crowd of dancing students. Finally Sasuke got out of the crowd to see Naruto talking with Sakura and Ino. Finally, there you are. Didn't you hear me calling you? Sasuke asked as he walked up to the three girls. Sorry, I guess I didn't hear you. Sasuke frowned slightly. Sasuke-kun, why'd you leave? We were having so much fun dancing together. Sakura smiled. Sasuke noticed Naruto look away and frown. He smirked a little. Sorry Sakura, I was looking for someone. Sakura's face turned a little angry. Who? Gaara. Sakura smiled and nodded. So Sasuke started. So Ino. Where's Sai? Naruto cut in, ignoring Sasuke. Yeah, where is Sai? He's getting me a drink. Naruto, you were right. Sai is the best. Ino hugged Naruto a little. So Again Sasuke was cut off but by Sakura. Oh my gosh. Sakura grabbed Sasuke's hand. Come on Sasuke-kun, a slow song. Sasuke sighed and looked at Naruto as he was dragged off. Naruto, he whispered. Naruto had a sad expression on her face. Buzzz buzz. Naruto's phone vibrated. Hello. Really? Awesome. I'll be right there. Naruto smiled as she closed her phone. Naruto dashed off to Gaara and whispered in his ear. He nodded and they left the school. Sasuke hated this even more. Sakura was now closer, on his chest to be exact. She was humming and smiling at Sasuke. Sasuke rolled his eyes. If only he could push her off him. After what seemed like forever, the music changed. Sasuke pushed Sakura off him and walked away. Sasuke had looked all over the gym but could not find Naruto. He walked up to the others. Have any of you guys seen Naruto? They shook their heads. Hey, where's Gaara? Everyone shrugged. Did Naruto leave the party? Was she sad, mad, jealous? Sasuke felt his heart sink. Where was she? It was almost the fourth song too. Sasuke had walked around a bit more. He was walking back to the others when he passed the door. It opened. He looked over at it. Gaara walked out. Uchiha. Gaara. Where's Naruto? She was with me, don't worry. And why was she with you? Sasuke said, narrowing his eyes at Gaara. Gaara moved to the side and Naruto stepped in. Hey Sasuke. Look. She held up her left arm. No cast. Where's your cast? The doctor called and said he wanted to see my arm and it was healed, so he took it off. Sasuke smiled. Perfect. Did the fourth song go while I was gone? Nope. Naruto nodded and ran to the DJ. So, the next song. Okay, I'll get them in position. The DJ nodded and signaled the people for the lights. Sakura. Sakura turned to see Naruto. The next song. Sakura smiled. Good. Thank you for the help. Naruto smiled, nodded and left. Sasuke. Naruto. Sasuke smiled. Come with me. Naruto grabbed Sasuke's arms and pulled him in the crowd of dancing teens. When they stopped, Sasuke knew he was in the middle of the gym. Okay, stay here. Sasuke-kun. Sakura walked over to them. Here he is, Sakura. Sakura nodded. Now go. Naruto turned away and started to leave. The music changed and started a slow song. Sakura walked towards Sasuke. The light hit the two. Everyone paused and looked at them. Sakura smiled and Sasuke smirked. Quickly he grabbed Naruto's hand before she left and pulled her into the light. What the? Sasuke. You have to dance with Sakura. Sakura turned red. She couldn't blame Naruto for this. Sasuke did it himself. Sakura was about to push Naruto away and dance with Sasuke when someone pulled her back. What th? You will not interfere. Sakura looked back to see Gaara. Gee Gaara, Naruto is like a little sister to me. I will not let you hurt her, like you did before. Why you? My hair. Yeah, that was me. If you ever hurt her again. Gaara narrowed his eyes. I won't think twice. And with that he turned and walked away. Sasuke. I don't want to be at the dance with Sakura. Heck, I don't want to be near Sakura at all. Naruto giggled slightly. I'll never let her touch you again, I promise. Naruto blushed as she remembered the people watching. The other teens started to dance. Naruto looked up at Sasuke. May I have this dance? Well, I can't really, so no, can I? Naruto said, rolling her eyes. Sasuke smirked and wrapped his arms around Naruto's waist. Sasuke frowned when Naruto didn't put her arms around his neck. He let go and put her arms around his neck, then put his arms around her waist again. Sasuke was surprised when Naruto pulled closer, right in his chest. Sasuke pulled Naruto closer. Naruto didn't know why, but it felt so right. Being this close to Sasuke, the warmth between them. She felt safe in his arms. Naruto closed her eye listening to the music as her held on to Sasuke. They just swayed listening to the music in the spotlight. Sasuke breathing in Naruto's mind-nudging scent. Sasuke noticed the song ending and pulled away from Naruto. Naruto said, arms still around his neck. I don't like Sakura, so never trick me again. Naruto's eyes widened when she felt lips on hers. Sasuke was kissing her. No. Sakura ran up to them and pushed them apart. No. Sakura cried. Naruto backed up. Sasuke glared at the pink-haired girl. The music stopped along with everyone else. Sasuke-kun loves me. Sakura yelled, eyes shut tightly. I know. He just hides it. He loves me. We're made for each other. I know it. I feel it. So this can't be true. Sasuke doesn't love her. I told you Naruto. He doesn't. He doesn't. Naruto backed up even more, tears rolling down her face. He hates you. Everyone hates you. I hate you. Just die. Why'd you have to be in our class? You could have just stayed away. But no. You said it yourself. That you'd get me and Sasuke together. You said you weren't interested. That I was the best for him. Best. You lied. I hate you. Sakura glared at her through her tears. Naruto shook her head. He hates you. I hate you. We all just hate you. Die. Get out of here. We hate you. The past surrounded Naruto. More tears fell and Naruto dashed through the crowds out of the school. Naruto had her mind set. She already knew everyone hated her. But Sasuke. That hurt the most. Worse than if Gaara hated her. She ran and ran. Everyone hated her. Everyone. Sasuke. Naruto. Sasuke tried to run after her when a crying Sakura pulled him back. You don't love her. You hate her. You can't love her. Sasuke pulled his hand back. Watch me, bitch. Sasuke glared at her before dashing after Naruto. Sasuke-kun. Sakura ran after him only to be pulled back by Gaara, again. Let me go. No. Now shut the fuck up. Gaara screamed. It was the first time he really yelled. Move on. He doesn't love you. Not even like. Gaara yelled, then calmed down. No one hates Naruto. We all love her. But now, Gaara narrowed his eyes. Now we all hate you. Students nodded. Sakura pulled her hand back. No. He loves me. I'll be anything for his love. And with that, Sakura ran out of the school after Sasuke. Naruto slowed down, coming to her destination, the park. She sobbed as she sat down on the swing, not pushing herself. Naruto. Sasuke yelled up the tree. No answer. He climbed up to see that no one was there. Sasuke looked at the pavement. He could see water stains, no tear strains. He looked up and followed the path of tears. Sasuke. Sakura called out. She looked around till she saw a path of tear strains. She frowned. Sasuke would obviously follow them to Naruto, and so she did too. Sasuke smirked. Found you. Naruto's eyes widened as the swing was pushed. She screamed. She felt a hand on her back push her more. She looked back to see Sasuke pushing her. Naruto turned away and sniffed. Higher. Sasuke could see a slight nod. He pushed harder and Naruto went farther up. They just stayed like that, Sasuke pushing Naruto and Naruto enjoying it. Sasuke-kun. Sasuke turned at the sound and got hit in the head with the swing. Sasuke. The pink-haired girl yelled as she ran over to him. Naruto looked back to see Sasuke in the ground rubbing his head. She giggled a little. Don't laugh at Sasuke-kun. Your big butt just hit him. Naruto frowned and swung on her own. Sasuke got up. It wasn't that bad of a hit. Sasuke, are you alright? Yeah. I'm fine, Naruto. Naruto. I'm not Naruto. Huh. Sasuke looked up to see Sakura. Oh, it you. Yes, it's me. You left. To find her. Sakura yelled, pointing at the swinging girl. So, Sasuke said, starting to push Naruto again. Stop that. Sakura said, smacking Sasuke's hands down. Naruto remained silent. Don't touch her. Don't look at her. Don't even think about her. Everyone hates her. And you should too. You love me, Sasuke-kun. Me. Bomb. Sakura flew back. Sasuke's eyes widened. While Sakura was screaming, Naruto had stopped, got off the swing and punched Sakura in the face. Obsessed bitch. Naruto said as she got back on the swing. Sasuke was speechless and slightly turned on. Sakura rubbed her cheek and got up. You bitch. Sakura ran forward, pushing Naruto off the swing. Naruto flew forward into the sand. Naruto. Leave her. Sakura yelled as she ran at Naruto. Naruto spit out some sand in her mouth and turned to glared at Sakura. Sakura jumped on top of her and aimed her fist at Naruto's face. Naruto caught it. Sakura used the other fist, but Naruto caught too. I'm not fighting over Sasuke with you. Naruto yelled, struggling with Sakura fists. Too bad. I'll teach you that he is mine. Naruto flipped them over so she is on top. You can have him. Sasuke's heart sunk. That's if he'll take you. He will. I know. Sakura flipped them over, her on top. But you're in the way. You obsessed fangirl bitch. I'm not in your way, okay? Then what was that whole thing? Dancing. In a spotlight. And then the kiss. That was supposed to be mine. I'm not fighting over a guy with you. Stop it. Huh. Stop making me look like the bad guy in this. I'm not. Naruto pushed Sakura off her. They both were panting. Sasuke just standing there speechless. Naruto looked at Sasuke then glared. What? Does he have nothing to say? This is about him. Damn it, Sasuke. I can't do this on my own. And yet you just stand there. Do you not care? Naruto sighed as she glared at Sasuke. Fighting is pointless, have him. And with that Naruto got up and left. Sakura's eye widened. Did she just leave? Give up. Give in. Give Sasuke to Sakura. Sass. No. What? No more. I don't love you. Never have. I love Naruto. Get it through that big head of yours. I love Naruto. Sakura's heart shattered. Why? Why Sasuke-kun? Why can't you love me? You are annoying. Obsessed over me. Look how far you went with this. You have to accept things in life. Go out with Lee or something. Just get over that little crush on me you have. Sakura shook her head. This is no crush. You are my missing part. I could never not be with you. I love you, Sasuke. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. I know this isn't fake. How can you not feel the warm and spark I feel? I love you, Sasuke-kun. Sasuke sighed. If you really loved me, you'd be happy with any decision I make. Sakura looked up at Sasuke then down to the sand. The next morning Naruto showed up, mad. Hey Naruto. Gaara smiled. Naruto glared at him. Naruto. What? Naruto snapped at him. You okay today? Fine. And with that Naruto stormed off to her locker. Slam. Stay away from my locker. Naruto said, pinning an innocent kid up on the lockers. Oh okay. I promise. Naruto threw him away from her and the kid scampered off. Naruto opened her locker. No, she wasn't pissed off. She was having mixed emotions. She was happy, sad and mad, but they all turned to Sasuke, which made her mad. Naruto spotted the love note she got. Men. She yelled as she ripped up the paper and threw it down the hall. Little bits of paper fluttered to the ground. Naruto grabbed her books and threw her locker shut, almost breaking it. Hey. There he was leaning against the locker beside hers. A little mad today. Shut the fuck up. Go tell it to someone who cares. And with that Naruto stormed down the hall, pushing kids out of her way. What's with her? You. Sasuke turned to see Gaara. What about me? I followed Sakura after she left. I watched from a safe distance. Even I'm mad at you. What did I do? No, it's what you didn't do. Huh. You stood there and watched. It could have gotten worse. It didn't. That's not the point. You should have stopped it. You should have said something. And you should have helped Naruto out. Sasuke thought for a second. He didn't do anything, he just sat there. Watching. Sasuke cursed under his breath. So that pissed off Naruto is my fault. Yes. Now go. Gaara pushed Sasuke in Naruto's direction. Stop her before she destroys the school. She wouldn't do tea. Bam. Water flooded the halls. Naruto had just kicked a water fountain off the wall and now water was spraying everywhere. Naruto looked at herself. She was all wet. Damn it. She yelled, kicked someone's locker opened. Never mind. Sasuke said as he ran off in her direction. Sasuke turned the corner and his eyes widened. The hall was completely destroyed. Lockers were on the ground or broken, doors were kicked open, flyers were ripped up, the lights were flashing or broken, and kids on the ground, not dead underscore. When Naruto get mad, she gets mad. Sasuke ran off down the hallway, jumping over a few broken objects. Naruto. Sasuke called as he followed the broken path. Sasuke. Nar. Oh, Sakura. Sasuke frowned. Why are you looking for Naruto? If I don't catch her, she'll destroy the school. Sasuke said, pointing at the tornado-ed hallway. Oh my gosh. Tisk tisk Naruto, so very destructive, uncontrollable, not very good girlfriend material. Sasuke glared at the girl. You're helping me, Sasuke said, grabbing onto Sakura's arm. Sakura almost fainted when she saw Sasuke grab her arm, ignoring what he said and following him. Sasuke continued to follow the destroyed halls, Sakura flowing behind him. Damn it! 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 Sasuke could hear as they ran down the hall. He turned the corner to see Naruto pounding on a locker, blood on her hands. Naruto. As soon as Sasuke yelled it, he took it back. Naruto's head snapped over to see him, and beside him Sakura wide-eyed. Sasuke. She gritted her teeth. Naruto, you have to stop. You're destroying the whole school. Naruto looking down at her hands. Blood dripped to the floor. She looked back and spotted the nurse's room and walked in. Sasuke and Sakura stood frozen. Was it over? Was Naruto out of her rampage? Sasuke exhaled, and then jumped when the nurse's room door clicked open and Naruto walked out. Sasuke looked at her, somewhat scared. Her hands were bandaged and she was holding some fabrics. She slowly walked up to him emotionless. Sasuke could hear his heart beat in his ears, his muscles tensing. She stopped right in front of him and handed him the fabrics. The clothes I borrowed. Here, she said, handing them over. Thanks, Sasuke said, taking them and watching Naruto walk away. Naruto walked up to Gaara, tears brim in her eyes. Gaara, she said, falling into his chest. Gaara slowly wrapped his arms around her waist. What's wrong? I don't understand. What? This feeling, when Sasuke's with Sakura. How he said nothing when we fought over him, Naruto muttered into Gaara's shirt. Gaara sighed. I think you like him. What? You like no love Sasuke. You're jealous. And no, Naruto said, pulling away from Gaara and looking him seriously in the eye. You're got it all wrong. I don't love him. She shook her head. Naruto, it's obvious you like him. You might not see it, but everyone else does. When had Gaara been this sweet, loving or caring before? Naruto laughed. Gaara, I don't love him. He's just a close friend. Then how would you explain your feeling when he's with Sakura? Gaara said, almost glaring. Naruto paused, then looked up at him again. Regret that I paired my friend with the worst of them. Sakura and Sasuke obviously don't belong together. And I, as friend, have made a giant mistake setting them up. I have to make it up to him. Thanks, Gaara. And with that said, Naruto dashed off to find Sasuke. It was lunchtime and Sasuke was eating a sandwich, alone, at a bench. Sasuke groaned. It was Sakura. Sasuke. He looked up. That wasn't Sakura voice. Naruto. He looked over to see her running up to him. Sasuke. She panted as she stopped in front of him. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Have I make it up to you? Naruto panted. Sasuke almost fainted. Was Naruto asking to do something for him? And why? After she was so mad at him. After what he did, or didn't do. Oh, why? Because I paired you up with Sakura and obviously you two are not meant to be. So I wanna make it up to you. I'll do anything you want. Sasuke was in heaven as all the dirty thought raced through his head. He smirked. For a month. A week. 2 weeks. Fine. Naruto pouted. You are mine personal slave. You do what I want when I want. Okay. His smirk widened. But, okay. Starting tomorrow, you wear this. Sasuke said, going through his backpack. He slowly pulled out an Uchiha collar. It was blue with a big fan charm. What? You want me to wear that? Yes. Why do you even have that with you? Purposes. Actually, he was gonna sneak it onto Naruto away, but this way was easier. What? You're paying me back for every second I had to touch or look at the pink-haired girl. It was hell and now it's your turn. The next day Naruto slyly wandered the hall, Uchiha collar completely visible. Naru-chan. Naruto jumped at the voice behind her. Sasuke. I see you wore the collar. Good girl. Sasuke turned to the people walking in the hallway. Attention students. They all stopped and looked at Sasuke, Naruto hiding behind him. Sasuke pulled Naruto out in front of him. This girl belongs to me. He smirked holding up the Uchiha collar. So don't ever touch her. Sasuke bite down on Naruto collar bone making Naruto moan. Ah, she blushed. She was in front so many people. She pushed away from Sasuke. He quickly pulled out a leash and clicked it on her collar. Let's go Naru-chan, he said pulling her, Naruto following sadly. Sasuke always wanted a pet and now he had a foxy fox. Life was good. They walked down an empty hall and Sasuke stopped and turned to Naruto. I'm going to have to punish you for back there. What? How dare you push your master? Sasuke smirked. Sasuke, you're taking this a little too far. I think little Naru-chan needs a spanking. Sasuke. Naruto blushed. Within minutes Sasuke was on his knees, Naruto spread across his legs. No. Take it Naruto. Stop. Sasuke. Naruto wiggled as Sasuke continued to slap her ass. It would red tomorrow. Blush oh what am I thinking? A few later Sasuke stopped and pulled Naruto close. Don't disobey me again Naru-chan or else. If Uchiha knew one thing, it was be torture and humiliation and boy did he enjoy both. Naruto. Sasuke. What are you doing, hugging in the hall? Sakura yelled. Naruto jumped up and blushed. Sasuke slowly stood as well and looked Sakura dead in the eye. She is mine. I'll do whatever I want with her. Sakura gasped. You're dating. Sasuke mental slapped himself. Hadn't he thought of that before? No. He sulked but then smirked. Naruto is my slave. Oh. Sakura purred. Naruto, get us some lemonade, we have much to talk about. Sakura said shooing Naruto off. And before Sasuke could protest, Naruto was gone and in her place, Sakura. Sakura. What the hell? She's my slave, not yours. Oh well, at least you get lemonade. And get to talk to me. Sakura smiled. I don't want to talk to you. Now if you excuse me, I'll be looking for my Naru-chan. He glared before departing. After sighed, he couldn't find Naruto anywhere, and it was already second period. When the bell rang he was first to leave. He assumed the tree house so he headed there first. And, just like he thought, there she was watching a sappy movie, huddled in pillows. Where's my lemonade? Sasuke smirked as he pulled himself up into the tree house. Naruto looked over at him. Sorry. She turned back to her movie. Sasuke frowned and sat beside her. You missed second period. Yeah, we had drama. And Gaara was looking for you. Naruto looked up at Sasuke. Gaara. That's what I said, Dobi. She pouted. So you coming to class? No, I'll just stay home. Home? You don't mean? Sasuke trailed off eyes wide. No. Naruto blushed. I don't live in here Sasuke, geez. Oh. Sasuke exhaled. I have an apartment, but, Naruto bit she lip trailing off before finishing. I like it better in here. It's like my second home. So your parents actually let you stay in here, and move some stuff in here too? Sasuke said leaning back. Naruto remained silent for a moment before whispering they don't know. Really? Haha. Breaking the rules. Sasuke laughed, but Naruto just remained silent looking down and away. Yeah, Naruto. Quote. What's wrong? Sasuke asked, peering down at her, worried. Naruto's eyes widened slightly and she quickly looked up at Sasuke, a big fake smile plastered on her face. Haha. Nothing. Just spacing out. She laughed. Sasuke glared, making Naruto flinch and her grin slipped slightly. He towered over her, even though they were sitting. You don't have to force yourself in front of me. He looked into her eyes, searching, like if he was looking into her soul to find the truth. What's wrong? Naruto's grin disappeared, her eyes becoming stormy blue. I like it better here because I don't like going home. I hate it. I hate living there. Naruto whispered, tears coming to her eyes. You hate your parents that much? Sasuke tried. A tear fell down Naruto's face. Sasuke reached over and wiped it away with his thumb. Instantly, Naruto leaned into the touch. I've never had this before. This warmth, caring touch. Sasuke blushed but kept his hand there. Why your parents don't like you? Naruto turned and faced Sasuke, Sasuke's hand still cupping her left cheek. I don't have any parents. And with that her head met Sasuke's chest and she remained silent. Sasuke sat there stunned. 1 because Naruto was on his chest and 2 because Naruto had just admitted to not having parents. I'm sorry, he finally said holding her close. I never knew them, my mother died giving me birth, my father, she shuddered and hugged closer to Sasuke. He couldn't take it and blame it on me, cut. Flashback. It's all your fault your mother died. A tall blonde man yelled at his week-old baby. In return she cried out, not understanding a thing. Minato. Stop. She's your only daughter. Iruka yelled trying to stop the man. Minato just pushed him back hard against the wall then stormed up to his only child. I cannot live without your mother, and you took her away from me. I will never forgive you. The baby girl just kept crying, screaming. Minato took out his hurting knife and started to cut the side of his child's face, 3 whisker marks on each cheek, the baby screamed the whole time. Minato, what are you doing? Iruka yelled but Minato just turned and stabbed him in the stomach. Ah! Iruka froze before yelling out in pain and falling to the ground. I didn't want to do it Iruka-san, but you forced my hand. He turned back to his crying child and smudged her blood all over her face. He smirked at the marks. Just like the old legend of the Kyuubi. The marks were a sign of hatred, of evil. Then he cut 3 whisker marks on his own cheeks. I loved your mother. But I can never love you. And I can never live with that. He took a deep breath. And cut a symbol into her stomach. Deep, every cut drawing a red line of blood. He had memorized the Kyuubi marks and drew a perfect identically seal, around her belly button. Minato no. Iruka said coughing. He just laughed. This symbol will make everyone know how much of a demon you really are. The demon is inside of you, my child. And it will always be, haunting you for the rest of your life. He turned and looked at Iruka who had called the police already. Perfect. I was just about to do so myself. Iruka's eyes widened when he held the knife to his own throat and with one swift motion, he slit his throat. Goodbye, my demon child. End of flashback. Holy crap, confused face, that's horrible. Me. Naruto finished. Sasuke's blood ran cold, his mouth dry, his mind blank, his head hurt, but his heart more. Naruto, was the only thing he could say. I hate it because every time I go home, I'm alone. Sasuke squeezed her tight like if she was slipping out of his fingers. You're not alone, he shook his head. No, I'm here, you're not alone. I'll never let you be alone. There was a silent moment before Naruto continued her story. Those marks stayed. I've tried every treatment possible, but they never fade. So people, knowing the legend and the suicide story, started to hate me too. They stayed away from me, chased me off, thinking I was some kind of demon. Some kids in school still think so, teachers too. And outside in the town some still hate me. Iruka was the only one I had. But then, she gripped his shirt. Tsunade moved me away from him, and I'm even more alone, well until, Sasuke could feel her smile. Until I met you and Gaara, you guys are my first friends, she whispered. Best friends? Sasuke could feel something wet and cold through his shirt, and assumed she was crying again. So he smiled sadly and rocked her back and forth. I'll never leave you, Sasuke-kun. No, no, Sasuke gritted his teeth. He hugged Naruto closer to him. She was back. She just never quit. Never. After the last 24 hours she still hadn't learned a thing. Ah, Sasuke-kun. Ga. Naruto. Sasuke turned wide-eyed to see Sakura frozen as she climbed into the tree house. Naruto's head snapped up, she eyes were red. Naruto baka. You were crying all over Sasuke-kun's shirt. Now it has your germs all over it. You stupid cry baby. Sakura shrieked. Sakura. Sasuke growled, he smirked. For your information, I love Naruto's germs. As sappy as it was, Naruto giggled, rubbing her face clear of tears. Oh, and you get to be the first to know. Naruto's moving into my house. He smirked. What? Both girls yelled. Sasuke reacted out with his foot and pushed Sakura out of the tree house yelling. Now go spread it. Sakura growled before storming off, tears stinging her eyes. Sasuke. Why'd you tell her that? I'm not moving in with you. Naruto was pushing away from him. Well, you said you're all alone at home and I have a really big house, so there is plenty of space. But. No buts. Unless it's yours, Sasuke's mentally added with a smirk. Just answer. Yes or no. Naruto blushed thinking it over. Naruto glared, her face red as a rose, but Sasuke couldn't help it. He just couldn't. The smirk was stuck on his face. Naruto had said yes rather cutely, then called him a pervert only to get up, trip and fall into Sasuke, her boobs right in his face. Sasuke had muttered doby, as he held back a nosebleed. So now here they were sitting in math, Naruto madly blushing and Sasuke smirking his face off. Stop before I slap that smirk off our face myself. Naruto growled. Hey, I'm not the one who shoved there. Shut up, Tem. She blushed. The whole class and teacher stopped and looked at her, snickering a bit, which made her shut up. Could her face get any redder? Yes, it's true. Are you sure about this? I don't want to go see only to find nothing. She glared back. I promise you, it's right there. The other girl said, jabbing her thumb back. Okay. It'll be down in an hour. Dismissed. The girl nodded and left the room, a smirk crawling up her face. Naruto sighed. Finally school was over. She was free. She could go home and lie down and. Okay, come on. Sasuke smiled. Wait, what? We're going over to your house and getting your stuff, then heading over to my house, remember? But I have work. Work? Sasuke inquired. Naruto blushed, looking away in shame. Nothing. No, work. What do you mean? I have homework. She lied. Sasuke just shook his head. He knew her too well to buy that. You're lying. What work? She bit her lip. I have to go to work. I have a job so I can pay off my apartment. Sasuke stood there stunned. How did he not notice that she had a job? That she worked when she left school in a hurry, or couldn't hang out after school? Sorry I'm late. Let's go, Naru. Hey Uchiha. Sasuke looked back to see Gaara standing there, bored. Gaara, what are you doing here? Naruto squirmed. Gaara always accompanies me to work, then stays an hour, leaves, picks me up after and walks me home. Sasuke slowly turned his head to Gaara, bangs covering his face. Slowly a creepy smile came to his face, fully forced and strained. They thought he'd face split in half soon. So you knew the whole time, and you didn't tell me. Sasuke smiled, anger laced in his voice, as his tone told anyone in range, with red hair, he'd kill them. Yep. Gaara yawned. Now if you don't mind. I do. Whatever. Let's go, Naru. And with that, Naruto and Gaara headed down the road. Sasuke blinked, staring at the blank spots where his friends used to be. Hey! He yelled, running to catch up with them. Naru-chan. A white-haired man smiled. And Gaara-san. And, you. He looked at Sasuke, who in return glared. Sasuke looked around. So this was where Naruto worked. A cafe. And why had he never come here before? Okay. I'm gonna get changed. Pa-chan will serve you. Naruto smiled at the two before disappearing into the back. The white-haired man smiled. So who are you? Uchiha Sasuke, Naruto's best friend. And that's all it'll ever be. Gaara muttered with a smirk. Sasuke glared poisonously at him. The white-haired man laughed. Well, I'm Naru-chan's. Sasuke glared at the name. Boss. Jiraiya. This is Pa-chan, she will serve you, as was said, enjoy. With that he disappeared and a short, orange-haired girl stepped into view. Sasuke's eyes popped. The girl was wearing that most revealing uniform ever. Sasuke sat there speechless until Gaara popped in. Jiraiya-san is a major pervert. He made all the uniforms like this. French made like, short, cute, he smirked to Sasuke and said, and Naruto wears one too. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Well, there went his sanity. What can I get you? Pa-chan smiled, holding up a pen and paper. Sasuke still couldn't feel his body. His face was dark and his bangs, his eyes and nose. Gaara was smirking triumphantly across for him before looking at the girl. 2 coffees, 1 black. Anything else? No. Okay. Coming right up. She smiled and skipped away, her panties noticeable. Uchiha. Nah. Sasuke could almost feel the foam building up in his mouth. Uchiha. Goo. Naruto's walking over. Naruto. Sasuke's eyes shoot up and he looked desperately around. Some customers stared at him, and whispered, but Sasuke was too busy to notice. Calm down, Uchiha, she's nowhere around. Sasuke frowned and glared at Gaara. What the hell? Gaara smirked. Just making sure you were still alive. I'm alive, geez. He sighed, pouting about not getting to see Naruto in such an outfit. Naruto's walking over. I'm not falling for that again. Sasuke glared. Gaara shrugged. Didn't hurt to try. Yeah, whatever. Sasuke. Naruto screamed from behind the boy, right in his ear. Sasuke jumped. She was coming over. Gaara had tricked him. He glared before turning to the girl, only to freeze. No way. She smirked to herself and twirled around a few times. I love it. Sakura held her plans out in front of her. It's perfect. She had been working on this for 4 hours now and finally she was done. It was the perfect plan to get Sasuke-kun for her own, or at least to get that stupid Naruto girl away from Sasuke for good. Are you sure about this, Sakura-chan? I'm positive. There's no way it couldn't work. But nothing. I thought you were on my side. I am. Exactly. So shut up and obey. Sakura snorted. Fine. What first? First, find her, seduce her or whatever, you know the rest. But make sure you don't fail, or I'm doing plan B. She smirked evilly. My original plan. The others gulped. If it wasn't for them, they would have gone with Sakura's plan, but they had convinced her to try something else first. Okay. I will not fail. You better not, Hakura. I'm counting on you. She smiled, turning away from the boy. I'll do my best. Itoko, 1. Sakura couldn't help but smile wickedly, and small, maniacal laugh coming from her throat. Sasuke was now in reach. All she had to do was reach out and grab, and he would be hers. Forever and ever. In love. The thought made her woozy, knowing her dream, her quest, her love, was coming true, slowly unraveling. Naruto could love Sasuke as much as she wanted. But Sasuke would never return her feelings. Soon Naruto would be in her position. Soon Naruto would be nothing, just another girl in the crowd. Nothing special. Nothing to Sasuke. Not even close. And Sakura would there. She would be there when he muttered those 4 beautiful words to her, to Naruto, 4 words, small yet sweet to Sakura's ears. He'd tell her without a lie the words. I don't love you.